Hello, my wonderful Virgos. I hope you all are doing amazing. Today, I'm going to be tapping into the energies of those of you that are currently not in communication with your person. So, as per usual, I will be starting off with an oracle, and we can just clarify those existing energies with tarot. Alrighty, for my Virgos, please. Let's see. So we have channel here, okay? So what I see so far is maybe some of you have clicked on this reading for some sort of confirmation, something you're already intuitively feeling, or you're being guided to do something here, okay? Now, this could also be your person viewing you as someone who is following your intuition or someone who's highly intuitive. There's also a very secure or comforting energy associated with this card, where your person could feel that you make them feel at home. You may be very good with children, very good with animals. Either way, you have a very comforting and mellow energy about you that your person is admiring. For many of you, I do feel like you are being guided to do something through your intuition, okay? Maybe it's something that you're just feeling, but you're not sure if you want to take the necessary steps forward yet. But again, I feel like it's more associated with the gut feeling. Okay. So I do feel like something is going to be coming in for you after a period of stagnation here. Okay, for others of you, it could be that you're surrendering because you feel that right now you're not really sure how to move forward or how to go about a situation. But I do see some sort of change coming in for you. This change could be internal, in a sense of you gain some sort of clarity that makes you feel better, or it makes you feel less confused. But more than anything, I feel like it's kind of like divine intervention, right? Starting to realize why maybe things happened for a reason. Like, for some time you could have told yourself, okay, well, things are happening this way because they're supposed to happen this way, but maybe you just weren't sure as to the whys, right? So now I do see you receiving a lot of answers. So pretty positive energy. I do feel like you guys are going to feel more at peace here, okay, is what I sense. Putting an end to things that no longer serve you, kind of just leaving behind things that weigh you down, because I'm almost looking at this card like the death card. That's what it reminds me of, which talks about, going through a transformative period. Yeah, things are going to start, looking up for you guys. I do see that. You're going to, again, feel more positive, more optimistic about your future. And maybe for some time you felt that, this situation here was weighing on you heavily. Some of you feel like you have been spending a lot of time alone. Maybe your nights were feeling empty, almost like an energy of feeling misunderstood. But again, I feel like you guys are reaching the end of what may have felt like a tunnel. Okay, let's see here. I can't make it up, Virgo. I was just saying the second card reminded me of the death card, and your first card here is the death card. So here's what I see, Virgo. For many of you, you are going through a transformative period. Okay, what's happening is you're letting go of thoughts that don't serve you any more, memories. Okay, and one thing, this is very specific, but many of you are trying to let go of maybe even the positive memories you're holding on to, and I'll tell you why. Some of you are really wanting some sort of change, but it could be that you keep looking at the bright side of things, which is fine. But you also feel like when you look at the bright side of things, you start to derive more hope and more faith, for this connection or for the future of this connection, which you may feel like is, in a sense, planting false hope in your mind, or you're upset that you're holding on to hope, but you're not really seeing action in the 3D. Okay, so that can apply to some of you. Obviously, for others of you, it could be an internal change. It could be, you letting go of something that is no longer serving you here. Of course, some of you may be involved with a Scorpio, but as far as, the Death card goes, I do feel like it's more of an energy of just leaving behind what no longer serves you. That's essentially what I see there. I also feel like many of you could be going through some massive life changes here, whether it's, relocating, or it could be, my apologies, guys. I do have a sore throat, so I just took a quick water break here. But I was just saying with the Death card, you are, no longer holding on to things that don't serve you. And again, specifically for some of you, this could be actually in the 3D where you're relocating or you're moving, and for some of you, it is this energy of you wanting and embracing some sort of change. Like, even if it feels difficult, even if there are so many things happening right now and you don't understand why they're happening, you know that they're not happening to you, they're happening for you. So you are looking at the positive side of these changes. And many of you know that these are much needed changes. Very interesting that the Ace of Pentacles is clarifying the offering card. So many of you feel like your person is either rushing in because they feel like time is running out, or they're rushing in right when you start to walk away. So many of you may be thinking, okay, well, why does it take something so drastic in order for you to create some sort of practical change? Like, especially if this is someone that you have a lot of history with, or you feel like you've been waiting for a while for them to kind of, gather their thoughts and get it together, really, essentially. So right now you're feeling like, okay, well, now that I'm ready to walk away, or now that I've reevaluated the situation and my emotions essentially have changed, what makes you want to come in now? What makes you want to offer me something now? I feel like for some of you, like, if you're communicating with this person, there's one thing that you're looking for here. It's stability, it's commitment, it's certainty, right? So the same thing in different words here, but it's almost like if that's not what you're going to attain from the connection, I really do feel like you guys are going to put an end to things. Like, your world is very black and white right now. Like, I don't think you're in a gray period. It's very like, this is what I want, and if that's not the desired outcome, then you know what, I'm going to completely let go of it. Because many of you are discovering yourself during this introspective period, and you're not willing to settle for less. Okay, so we have two cards here, Nine of Pentacles. Yeah, a lot of success on the horizon for you guys. I will say that, you're going to be very emotionally fulfilled. Your finances are looking amazing too. I know this is a love reading, but some of you may be involved with a Sagittarius, or you potentially have Sagittarius placements in your chart. But with the Temperance card, it does talk about reciprocity. It does talk about your person viewing you as someone where you guys work well together. But they also feel like you're, excuse me, you're doing better off without them. Okay, so here's what I will say. I feel like this is a case where your person is in their own way. And I'll tell you why. Because it's almost like, okay, Ace of Pentacles, I want to offer Virgo something before it's too late, or before they walk away. But then with that Nine of Pentacles, it's like, oh, but are they doing better without me? Like, are they going to, like, am I deserving of them? So there is this, like, self-sabotaging energy, is the best way for me to explain it here. As far as Temperance goes, I feel like, again, this person feels like you guys work well together. They're thinking about the lack of reciprocity, and it's almost like your person views you as someone who, like, people are like a bonus in your life, right? Because a Nine of Pentacles is actually a beautiful energy to be viewed as, because essentially it means you're sure of yourself, right? You have your head on your shoulders. Great things are coming towards you, and you're stable. You're in a very stable energy. You're in your element, right? So it's almost like there's this questioning as to what can they do for you that you can't do for yourself, or what can they do for you that will actually, impress you, essentially, or want you to allow them back into your life. Like, they feel like you're at a very happy space. And Virgo, hear me out. Even if you're going through a hard time, like we touched on, even if you feel like your nights are empty, you're doing a great job at, keeping your emotions intact. The way this person views you is you absolutely have no room for BS. You absolutely have no room for things that don't serve you. So even if it's hard to, kind of keep on like a cold demeanor, or be detached at this time, it seems to be getting the message across, because the message that you're trying to get across here is you're looking for stability. right? I feel like many of you don't want something that's temporarily stable, or you don't want to be in a place of, planting false hope in your mind. You're like, you know what? If I need to move on, fine, I'll move on. If I know it's going to be difficult, but I also have to look out for myself, right? So your strength is being highlighted right now to your person, is the best way for me to explain it. Yeah, Knight of Cups. So as you're trying to put an end to things, or as this person feels like a cycle is closing, that's when they want to rush in with either an apology. So the Knight of Cups could be an apology, an unexpected one, or it could be an emotional confession, right? So for some of you, I feel like it's this energy of this person feeling like, I need to do something, and I need to do something now, right? And it's almost like with the next card, the Ace of Pentacles, this could be an apology that's followed up with some sort of offer here. Now, the aces in the deck, they do talk about an opportunity, right? But you have to act on the opportunity right away. So I feel like when this opportunity presents itself, if your person does act on it, it will be from an emotional state, because the Knight of Cups talks about emotions, right? So, maybe this person will say something along the lines of, obviously missing you, but also the fact that they don't want you to leave. Because the thing that's bothering them the most is you can potentially put this all behind you and completely walk away. And because you're already detaching from the situation at this time, it seems that it's really becoming a reality for them. Like they're actually believing it now, because I feel like maybe for some time they were like, there was a little bit of a back and forth energy, or maybe they had some hope that you would reach out. But they do see these changes that you're making, whether you're aware of this or not, Virgo. They're holding you in a very high pedestal. They feel like you have some sort of leverage here. So even if you feel powerless, they feel like you're the one with power in this situation. And that could be because, again, you're keeping your emotions intact and you're not giving this person the reaction that they desire, which is benefiting you in one way, because it's almost like if you want this person to come forward, or, you want them to get the hint that, hey, I'm really not here to play games, and if there's no stability here, I'm going to walk away. You're definitely getting that message across. Okay? Ace of Pentacles. And I feel like there's like an energy of someone here who feels like they made the wrong decision, like someone who feels like they took the wrong path, and there's a lot of regret. Okay, so generic example, if you feel like your person chose someone else over you, or chose another situation, or they just didn't make a decision which caused you to walk away, there's a lot of regret surrounding that, and I feel like for many of you, I don't think that you want to forgive that energy at this time, especially if you feel like you were putting your best foot forward. Right? Because there's obviously one side that feels more guilty than the opposing, because there's only one party here who feels like they owe an apology. Yeah, the Empress. Again, the Empress, Temperance. I feel like this has been coming up for a lot of your readings as of lately, Virgo, just you being viewed as the entire package, or the ideal partner here. You guys are making many changes. Like, I wonder if it's like, just internal changes, maybe physical changes that, I just feel like it's a lot of changes all around, where you're being viewed as almost like the ideal, perfect partner in this person's eyes. You guys could be attracting a lot of energy right now, a lot of, attention, right? But essentially what your person wants to offer you, they're hoping that it results in some sort of growth here. Okay, this is someone you can have children with, or maybe that's just something you guys spoke about, but I just see that this person feels like they've had some sort of major loss since this separation. And what's very interesting? Many of you don't believe that. Many of you don't believe that because they don't express this to you. It's almost like all of what they're keeping suppressed, they want to kind of bring it forward full throttle. And the time that they bring it forward is the time that you're probably choosing to completely walk away or detach. Like, I see this person like speaking to you right when maybe you feel like, what, I'm done, and then you probably get a message, or you get a phone call, or, that's how I see it here. Some of you may be involved with a Libra or a Taurus with the Empress there. Nine of Pentacles, Temperance. Yeah, finding you to be very highly attractive, Virgo. Like, not to sound too repetitive, we have the Empress, we have the Queen of Wands. Like, this person is very passionate about you. They feel like you have a lot to offer, and this is probably why they want to fix things. Here's what I will say, Virgo. In your, most likely future outcome is that this person is going to, offer you something that's tangible, right? With that Ace of Pentacles, or something that results in growth. So, okay, maybe something like Virgo, let's try this again. I'll take you out, let's, start dating again, and then we can move over to, a higher level of commitment or that sort of thing. It's going to be a small step, but it's the point of this step that your person is taking is for growth. Okay, they're going to change their actions in a sense of it's going to be equal give and take, because in the past there was a lack of reciprocity, because what's weighing heavily on their mind there is the fact, the Temperance card, which means that they feel like they could have given more to the connection, right? And Queen of Wands, they don't want to let you go because they do feel that you are their like a dream person, like their dream partner here. Okay. On the flip side, you look beautiful, Virgo. You're being viewed in a very powerful energy, right? Nine of Pentacles, the Empress, Queen of Wands. So keep doing what you're doing. I feel called to tell you guys that you guys are on the right path. And I also want to make a point that you guys, if you're in this energy of following your intuition, you're definitely guiding yourself in the right way, because I do see that in your first two cards. So my wonderful Virgo, I really do hope you were able to find a message that resonated with you here today. And thank you so much for your time.